Hi Aries, let's talk about love. I'm going to be doing a new love reading spread, and what it's going to be is I'm going to pull 3 energy cards. Singles are going to be right here. Those who are dating or in and out of different relationships right here, or in and out of a relationship right here, and coupled up people, exclusive relationships over here. So whenever I pull the energy cards, you'll know whether or not the reading's for you. Because if I pull an energy card for singles and that doesn't resonate with you, then you're going to know that this isn't your reading. So you won't be wasting your time by sitting around waiting for a story. Same thing for whether you're single, dating, or coupled up. It'll be the same thing. Okay, so God, guides, angels, archangels, Holy Spirit, I thank you so much for giving us direction and answers when we're looking for that. I thank you for tarot as a tool, and I thank you for love, light, prosperity, clarification, confirmation, and validation, and I thank you for clear and concise messages. Show us clearly what are the energies for our Aries friends who are single, what are the energies for our Aries friends who are dating, and show us the energy for our Aries friends who are coupled up, the ones that you're going to be talking to today. So if you're single and you feel like you're playing the waiting game right now, like, okay, universe, when are you going to deliver? I'm ready. This is likely your card. This is likely your reading. If you're dating and you're struggling with maybe attracting people that are not attracting the wrong kind of people in your space that are coming in that might have addictions, or might be in, drink too much, do drugs or whatever, or if you're dating someone, or if you're dating and they have low self-esteem or any kind of earthly attachments or self-sabotaging thoughts, this is your card. This is your reading. And if you're coupled and you're going through movements, choices, and decisions within your relationship, this is your reading. Okay? So, with that said, I'm going to pull an oracle message, and then I'm going to pull the reading, and then we'll do a PS for each and every group. But we're going to pull them one at a time, because that way I can use the same cards over and none get left out, so we always get the full story. And if somebody out there is generous enough to do some time stamping, I would appreciate that, because I still haven't learned how to do that yet. I'm still learning all this stuff. God, guides, angels, archangels, Holy Spirit, you're talking to a group of single people who are playing the waiting game. What is your oracle message for these people? Can you please show us the oracle message for our single Aries friends who are playing the waiting game? We thank you for clear and concise messages. We thank you for love, light, and prosperity. And we thank you for clarification, confirmation, and validation. Thank you so much for giving us the message for our Aries friends who are single and playing the waiting game. Okay. And your message is, your oracle message is gentle gardener. Okay, so let's see what it is that they want to say to you. That is number 2, which is the energy of the divine feminine. Gentle gardener. Be your own person. Be a curious co-creator. The gentle gardener is visiting you at this moment in your life to remind you that your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs create the reality you experience. She's the embodiment of the energy within you that is sent out into the field of co-creation and ensures that all that you are is reflected in your world of form. Are you aware of your thoughts? What's their quality? Believe in limitless possibility and you will see miracles unfold. The gentle gardener guarantees the integrity of everything you send out into the world. Stay positive and expect a wondrous return. Your garden is abundant with beauty. Wow. Y'all, God amazes me the way that these messages always stay within the integrity of themselves. And you'll understand that as we dig into this message deeper. Because if we're playing the waiting game, and we're feeling a little frustrated, this card, this gentle gardener, is reminding us, right, that those things that we allow to ruminate in our heart is what we bring into our into form, into our reality. So what it's telling us is, while we're playing this game, guard our heart, because if we allow ourselves to get frustrated or filled with doubt or filled with discouragement, then we're going to attract more reasons to have that doubt and that discouragement in our life. Okay, so let's see what Spirit has to say as far as the message goes with the waiting game. God, guides, angels, archangels, Holy Spirit, I thank you so much for the message that you have prepared for our Aries friends who are single. Please show us clearly what is it that you would like to say in regard to their waiting game. We thank you for clear and concise messages. We thank you for love, light, and prosperity, and we thank you for clarification, confirmation, and validation. What is the message for our single Aries friends? And just another thing I notice as I'm doing this. This is 2, right? It's the same card as the 2 of Wands if you were looking at the tarot deck. This is John Holland's Psychic Tarot, but it's an oracle deck. Okay? And so you've got a 2, right? It's the feminine energy. The feminine energy is truly the creative energy, and there's your gentle gardener also 2. So male or female, it doesn't matter. This creation's coming from that feminine energy within you. So the the message is you're coming up with the 8 of Swords, the 9 of Cups, and the Page of Wands. Okay, so let's see what this is saying to you. So it says that you're playing the waiting game, right? It's like you're going, okay, where's Mr. Right? When's he going to get here? Or Mrs. Right? When are they going to get here? Or I'm ready to get out there and start dating again, whatever. You've been in this place where you just where you've been going round and round with yourself, deciding what it is that you want. You've been working on the inside, on what's within, so that whenever it comes out, so with the without will be what you want. However, it looks like, Aries, you are stifling yourself. This waiting game that you're playing, it's because you think there's something else for you to do, or something else. It's like you're waiting. I don't know why you're waiting. You feel trapped, right? You feel like she's all dressed in red. So perhaps, Aries, you're feeling like there's more work for you to do. Perhaps you feel like there's some more limiting beliefs that you need to release. And if that's what you think, that is true, that you need to release those limiting beliefs. But you're not stuck there. You can absolutely release them and then move forward in your life. The universe is saying we're wanting to come in and actually feel your wishes. The universe is on your side. The universe is not some guy sitting up on a cloud, or Spirit is not some guy sitting up on a cloud with a beard trying to decide who he's going to pick at today. The universe actually wants us to live our best life, wants us to live a fulfilled life. So that's what they're saying with this card. You're waiting and you're waiting, but you're waiting on yourself is what you're waiting on, right? So your advice card comes out as the Page of Wands. So the Page of Wands is about, for me, wands are about passion, purpose, creativity, inspiration, and communication with Spirit. There's a lot of passion in the coloring in this card, but you see in the background a lot of light, right? So that, for me, indicates his communication with Spirit. The Page of Wands is like a messenger. So it's almost like Spirit's coming in and saying, Get passionate about yourself. Make firm decisions about what you want. Make firm decisions about your own readiness, because you're the only one holding yourself back at this point. I feel like what they're saying is this work that you've been doing, going round and round. See how he's been going round and round this bottom part right there. You've been doing a whole lot of internal work. You've been nurturing that seed on the inside of you so that whenever it comes out, it'll come out full and flourish in a beautiful way. So you've been doing it and been doing it and been doing it so much to the point that you've got yourself trapped. You've got yourself trapped. So the only thing you're waiting on at this point is yourself. So I feel like what the universe is saying is, instead of waiting on them, decide what you want and then believe in your heart that you're ready for it, because you're not quite believing that yet. You've still got a few worries, okay? So we're going to see what is there. It's a great message. It goes back to this. It's this card right here. This card right here goes back to this card right here. It's the things that we ruminate on and that we allow in our heart is what we bring into our life. So if we're still thinking that we have work to do, right, then we need to get it done and move on. Because what we allow to ruminate in here is what we bring out into our reality. I think one of the questions was, what kind of thoughts have you been having? Right? What kind of thoughts have you been having about this relationship? And I did a video. I do daily mail videos. I did one on manifesting, and I did a couple of them, I think, on manifesting. And one of the things I talked about was we can sit with our journal, our gratitude journal and our prayer journal and all that stuff. And for 30 minutes every morning, we can sit there and we can write in our gratitude journal. We can write in our prayer journal. We can meditate, all that stuff, do all that for 30 minutes, and then leave. And for the rest of our day, when our friends say, well, have you met Mr. Right yet? And we're saying, no. Well, if you have that, if that's the feeling that you carry with you, then you're not going to bring Mr. Right or Mrs. Right into your life, because you're allowing some negative emotions about it to ruminate inside your heart. So somebody says, you met Mr. Right yet? He's out there, and believe that in your heart. Or she's out there, and believe that in your heart. You're holding yourself back at this point. That's what the universe is saying, because this is their idea for you. This is what they're wanting. And this is how you're going to get there, by being passionate about what it is that you want and believing it, that your heart's passionate about it too. Okay, so we're going to get the PS. God, guides, angels, archangels, Holy Spirit, I thank you so much for our Aries friends who are single. Thank you for the beautiful message about how we are all gentle gardeners, and that we pretty much plant and reap our own realities in every aspect, even in love. Show us clearly what is the message, the PS that you have for our single Aries friends. We thank you for clear and concise messages, love, light, and prosperity, and clarification, confirmation, and validation. PS. Okay, I feel like they're saying, maybe you need to go within and just check yourself a little bit and see, do some inventory. What are my thoughts when it comes to this? How am I really feeling? I might be thinking the right things and saying the right things, but what am I feeling deep inside? Because it's the feelings that actually communicate with the universe, especially whenever we're writing one thing and praying one thing and being grateful for something, and then the other 23 and a half hours of the day we're feeling like it's never going to happen. It's never going to happen, or why hadn't it happened yet, or we're questioning it the rest of the time. I like to tell people the universe doesn't have an on-off switch, right? The universe is constantly on, and they're constantly hearing us. So whenever we close our notebooks or our journals after our 30-minute quiet time, or whatever our little ritual is in the mornings, the universe doesn't shut off. They don't say, okay, we're closed. We are constantly communicating with the universe all day long. Look, so you're getting the Two of Wands here. The Two of Wands is about a choice, right? It's the same, it's the exact same card. It's the exact same card. This is the oracle card of this card, right? This is from John Holland's Psychic Tarot. This is just the everyday tarot. So it's basically the same thing. It's your choice. Do you want to keep going around? Are you still working and working and working and trying to decide what else is there to do, or why isn't it happening yet? Maybe I'm doing something wrong. It's just a switch that needs to be flipped, and you get to make that choice. What is it that you want, and are you going to believe it, and are you going to grab onto it as you get ready to move forward in your love life? Wow, Aries, look. Aries singles, they're saying, we want to fulfill your wishes. We don't want you just to have 9 cups. We want you to have all 10. We want you to be whole in yourself. So whole in yourself that the only thing that can possibly come into your life is your happily ever after. Because when you get here, that's the only thing left to come into your life is that 10 of cups. And that's where they're wanting to bring you. Great reading. You're holding yourself back at this point. That's what they're saying. You're holding yourself back. It's your own thoughts. If you're wanting to date, you're ready to get out there again. It's just you. You're holding yourself back because the universe is ready for you to have what you want, but you have to decide you want it, and you have to believe that you have it, right? Because you can think about it all day long. This life. Right? Our thoughts, it's not just our thoughts that create our reality. The only time our thoughts truly create our reality is whenever our thoughts make their way into our heart and our thoughts, our mind and our heart agrees with each other. That's when reality is created. So it looks to me like your thoughts and your heart are not in the same place. That's what's holding you up. And they're saying you're the only one holding you back. Because they want you to have everything you want. They just said it. That is great. Aries, thank you so much for stopping in. If you're a subscriber, thank you so much. I appreciate y'all. The likes, the comments, the shares, all that stuff. It's amazing what you guys do out there. And then if you're a passerby, thank you so much too for stopping in and taking a minute to get to know us at Spirit Mail. Okay. We're going to move on to dating, and I'm going to sneeze first. Excuse me. Whew. I was watching somebody the other day, and she sneezed, and she says, oop, energy shift. And that's exactly what we're doing right now, energy shift. Okay. We're going into dating. Okay, so you're dating right now, and you're having an issue where the guys that you're dating or the women that you're dating, there's always something wrong, a red flag. They have some kind of attachment that doesn't line up with you. Okay, so with that in mind, we want to find out why. Why is that happening right now? God, guides, angels, archangels, Holy Spirit. We want to look for the oracle message for our friends, our Aries friends who are actually dating at this moment. You're wanting to talk to a group of people who are having issues with the people that they're bringing in. Could be your own issues. They just said that. It's your own issues too, right? Because they're saying everything as within, so without. So perhaps if you're bringing in people that you're not happy with, you're not going to like this message, I'm telling you. Because I feel like they're fixing to tell you that you're bringing in mirrors, right? Perhaps you have some work to do, Aries. Let's see. We thank you for love, light, and prosperity. We thank you for clarification, confirmation, validation. And we thank you for, I don't take it whenever I hadn't finished praying. And we thank you for clear and concise messages. Show us what is the oracle message that goes along with this reading for our Aries friends who are dating. Flying, okay? It says 20, flying. So that doesn't necessarily match up, except we're going to see. Hang on. God's amazing, so Oh, it is matching up. You do have the power to see things from a higher perspective. Okay. So I said you're not going to like this message. They're saying, no, you're going to be okay with it. You have the power to see this. If you were a bird flying high in the air, what would you see? When you soar above life's challenges and opportunities, a new perspective becomes available. Today you have invisible wings that allow you to swiftly bring your circumstances into alignment with your highest purpose. This is a sign that your waiting is over. All your hard work is paying off, and the things you hope for are no longer beyond your scope. You have the ability to reach for the stars and find one with your name on it. Spread your wings and soar. The angels are waiting for you. Okay, so they still do actually go, because this is about looking at things from a higher perspective, right? So you're ready for the message they're about ready to give you. God, guides, angels, archangels, Holy Spirit, I thank you so much for your messages. You're absolutely incredible. Please show us, for our Aries friends who are dating and picking up on not the right people necessarily at this time. Show us what or they're having issues at this time. Show us what is the message for this group of Aries that you're speaking to today, please. We thank you for clear and concise messages. We thank you for love, light, and prosperity. And we thank you for clarification, confirmation, and validation. What is your message for our Aries friends who are dating? Wow. Okay, so you're starting out with the Nine of Wands, Ten of Pentacles, and Page of Cups. I love this. Wow. Okay. So remember, this says that you're going to be looking at this from a higher perspective, right? So you're frustrated right now. Like I said, either you are attracting in people that you're just not, you feel like they're not the right person. But normally that happens whenever we see something in somebody else that we feel is not right. It's normally a reflection of something within us that we still need to heal, or that we need to move past in some way or another. So, and that's what this higher perspective card is about. That's your energy, right? So they're saying you've already been through a lot. You've had a lot of those kind of relationships, and it looks like you're still going in that same cycle. And they're saying this, it's time for us to put that cycle down, right? This is where you are. You're ready to move past that. You're ready to not be a wounded warrior, but you're ready to be victorious in your romantic relationships. That's what you want. The universe says that's what we want too. Aries, we want you to have the generational, the legacy type love that they write fairy tales about. That's what we want you to have, Aries. And you keep going around in the circles with this same type over and over again. So their advice for you, right, is the Page of Cups. Now, this is not about somebody coming and offering you love. This is about you loving you first. And whenever you love yourself first and you're ready to dig deep within and do some work within yourself, this is a hint, right? Whatever the issue is with somebody else that's really bugging you, that's something in yourself that needs to be healed. So these people that you're dating, that you're attracting in, and you know what? Let me tell you something. I want to take a little, give you a little public service announcement real quick. If Spirit is having this conversation with you, that's because you're ready for this. You've already done some work, obviously. Because if you hadn't already done some work, Spirit couldn't have this conversation with you. And it feels like, because this is a 9, they say you're ready to make this change. And it's going to be something pretty quick. It's probably going to be like a switch that's flipped in your mind. So I feel like they're saying it's just going to be about loving yourself first. It's just going to be about truly understanding your value. It's going to be, and there may be a little bit of work to do, but it's going to be about truly understanding your value. And that, guess what? You don't have to waste your time with this. You don't have to waste your time with people that are not what you want. You don't have to settle, right? You don't have to settle. But what you do have to do is look at why is that person not attractive to you? Not why are they not attracted to you? Why are they not attractive to you? And realize that something deep inside of you needs to be healed, or there's something inside of you that you need to overcome that's very similar on some energetic level to that you're not liking so much. Because we invite into our life mirrors. So whatever it is, you correct it. Whatever it is, you correct it. You love yourself enough to give yourself the new life that's within that emotional fulfillment in that cup. The page is a messenger. He's here to bring you a message about loving yourself, so that the people that you attract in to date are of a quality, of a quality that you're more comfortable with. Okay? We're going to do the PS. God, guides, angels, archangels, and Holy Spirit, I thank you so much for these messages for my Aries friends. Please show us what is the PS for this reading for our Aries friends who are dating. We thank you for clear and concise messages. We thank you for love, light, and prosperity. Can't take it, not finished praying. And we thank you for clarification, confirmation, and validation. Please show us clearly what is your message, your PS for Aries, our Aries friends who are dating. They've asked me to pull this card out and remind you, this is where they want to bring you. It's generational, legacy type love. It's the kind of love that they write fairy tales about. That's where they want to bring you. So you got the Page of Cups about self-love, and you got the Page of Wands. So the Page of Wands is saying, be passionate about this, right? A lot of times, like if you're doing a general reading or something like that, they'll say this is about a spiritual path. So and I'm going to say it is about a spiritual path for you, not a spiritual awakening, not that you need to go change your spiritual, but it's about honoring yourself as a spirit, honoring your soul, honoring that truest part of you. Be passionate about that. Because you're worthy of the fullness. You're worthy of that. So, okay, look, this is so interesting. So you've gotten the Nine of Wands, right? The wounded warrior. You've been through it, but you're ruminating about it. You're sitting up at night saying, why do I continue to attract the same kind of people in my life over and over and over again? I've done so much work on myself. Why is this happening? Because you're allowing yourself to keep thinking about it over and over and over again. So they're saying, look at it. They're saying that you're at a place in your life where you can literally accept this message. So they're saying, look at it from a different perspective. Click that switch. Decide you're better than that. Put yourself on a timeout if you want to for a little while. You don't have to date. You don't have to be dating. Love yourself. Date yourself for a little while and see what are the things that fill you up. What are the things that light you up? Because let me tell you something. Sometimes we think that whenever we're dating, we have to do whatever they like to do so that we can be approved of or whatever. No, they're saying go date yourself. Find out what fills you up. And you know what's amazing is that whenever you go to the museum by yourself, or you go to the art gallery by yourself, or you do those things by yourself, those things that you truly love, there's a good possibility you're going to run into somebody who loves that just as much as you do, and they might be your person. Love yourself first. That's your message. Okay, so normally this card is about being too closed off, right? But you've not been too closed off. You've been in the trenches trying to figure this out, right? So they're saying, guard your heart. Guard your heart with all diligence, because out of it are the issues of life. Don't allow these unfounded worries to ruminate around in your head. Don't do that, because they seep into your heart, and then you have more stuff to worry about, because what we allow in our heart ends up coming out into our life. So guard your heart. Fall in love with yourself again. Be passionate about it. Make it a spiritual experience for yourself to love yourself in a way that you never expected before. And you know what? If your friends say you're crazy, why you want to do that? Just don't worry about it. Don't worry about what your friends say, because they don't climb in your bed at night and keep you warm, do they? No. You're dating because you're ready to find a life partner. So be smart about it. You're a smart person. And again, I'm going to say this. They're telling me you fly higher than most people in your circle. That's what I just heard. You fly higher than most people in your circle. And I feel like that's more on a spiritual understanding of who you are. So they're saying you're ready for that message and you know what to do with it. Okay, Aries friends who are dating, that is your message. If you're a subscriber, I'm so excited that you're here. Thank you for the loves, the likes, the comments, the shares, all that stuff. If you're a passerby, welcome to Spirit Mail. And I hope we see you again. Stop in again another time. Okay, so I'm shuffling these cards because I'm using the same cards. We're fixing to move into coupled love. People who are in exclusive relationships. That can be dating exclusively for quite a while. That can be living together, or that can be married. Exclusive, coupled couples. Coupled up couples. Okay. So, and it looks like you got stuff going on. So it's called, the energy that came out for you is called movements, choices, and decisions. So there's some things going on in your life. Perhaps one of you's getting a job somewhere else. Perhaps maybe y'all are thinking about getting married. Perhaps somebody's thinking about adding to the family. Let's have some kids. I don't know. It could be anything, because this is a general reading, but it looks like there's lots going on. This is the same as the Two of Pentacles in the traditional tarot, but this is an oracle reading. So it could be a lot about anything. It could be about your spiritual life. It could be about your physical life. It could be about your growth. It could be about just trust. You know, there's lots going on here. So we're going to see what Spirit has to say. We're going to start out with an oracle message for you guys. See where that takes us. God, guides, angels, archangels, Holy Spirit, I thank you for our Aries couples. Show us clearly what is the message for Aries, our Aries couples, that you would like to give them. We thank you for clear and concise messages, love, light, and prosperity, and clarification, confirmation, and validation. Okay, so your oracle message. Oh, you got flying also. I shuffled them. So we're going to read it. Our dating Aries got the same card just now. So that is very cool. Okay, let's see. Okay, we're going to read it. It says you have the power to see things from... This is Colette Baron Reed's Enchanted Map, by the way, this oracle deck. It says you have the power to see things from a higher perspective. If you were a bird flying high in the air, what would you see? When you soar above life's challenges and opportunities, a new perspective becomes available. Today you have invisible wings that allow you to swiftly bring your circumstances into alignment with your highest purpose. This is a sign that your waiting is over. All of your hard work is paid off, and the things that you hoped for are no longer beyond your scope. You have the ability to reach for the stars and find one with your name on it. Spread your wings and soar. The angels are waiting for you. Okay, so I feel like this is saying whatever it is that you're going through, the angels are there with you, okay? And you have the ability to step back emotionally and assess this situation. So we're going to see what all's going on, what does Spirit have to say about it. God, guides, angels, archangels, Holy Spirit, we thank you so much for our coupled Aries friends. We thank you for love, light, and prosperity, clear and concise messages, and we thank you for clarification, confirmation, and validation. Please show us the message you have for our coupled Aries friends. Okay, guys, see what we got here. Okay, so you're starting out with the Page of Cups. You've got the Empress. And you've got the Emperor. I have to tell you, the coupled readings, of course, I've only done one other one yet in this new format, but the coupled readings always kind of stunned me, or in the last reading too, they kind of stunned me. It stunned me. I had to stop and look at it for a minute. And I'm going to do the same thing right here. I'm going to stop and I'm going to look at it for a minute. Because, wow. Normally, whenever I'm doing a reading like this, what I see is what's going on, what Spirit wants to bring you, and what's your advice, right? So, and you're already in a coupled situation. So I feel like, because it says movements, choices, and decisions, right? There's something going on in your physical world. We see the red, right? There's something going on in your emotional world, because we see the green and the growth. And then there's something going on in your thought world, even though this is also about emotions. I'm comparing it with the thoughts. The swords are air, right? So it's like in your physical world, in your emotional world, and in your thought world, there's a lot going on. This world right here is not depicted in these cards. Perhaps a little bit back here, which is part of your advice card. So what I'm going to tell you is, this is a 2, right? This is about creation. For me, 2s are about creating things. It's a feminine power. It has the ability to bend, but it doesn't break. And this is a younger energy offering self-love. So whatever this situation is with you, I'm trying to get a little more clarity on it. Whatever this situation is with you, okay, it's something that you're going to have to approach from a standpoint of loving yourself within this relationship. I don't necessarily feel like it's about going to another level, like not about getting married or anything like that, but there's something that you're wanting to create within the relationship. It could be that, right? It could be that. It could be that somebody's pregnant in this relationship. And it could be that because of that, you have a feeling of, see this younger energy, this guy, and I'm not talking about two different people in the relationship, but this guy would be intimidated by this guy, right? But I feel like Spirit's saying they want you to have the thing that you want to have. Now, none of this is gender specific, okay? But they want you to have that which you're wanting to create or bring into this relationship. Whatever it is, you're in a committed relationship with somebody. I know that whatever it is, there's peace involved there, right? It's like it's almost like you're peaceful about your decision, possibly. And they're saying that you're feeling intimidated about it to some extent. And they're saying that because this is a younger energy and because it's about emotions, this is kind of where you are right now. Okay? You're in love. This is a new life for you. Doesn't necessarily mean that your relationship is new. It could mean that what you're wanting to accomplish is new in the relationship. And Spirit is saying they want you to birth whatever that is into your reality. It could mean about getting pregnant. It could mean that somebody is pregnant and they're afraid to tell their partner or whatever that is. But here's the deal. This is what they're saying. You, Aries, this is you, Aries. You are the Emperor, right? That's your card. So what they're saying is whatever this is that you're bringing into this truth or this new level of something that you're bringing into this relationship, they're saying, buck up. Be true to who you are. And I don't mean buck up and say my way or the highway. I'm talking about buck up and say, this is important to me. You know, if you're the female in the relationship and you're wanting to get pregnant, that, you know, this is important to me. I want to have a baby. Movements, choices, decisions. I want you to get on board with me. This king communicates, right? This emperor, he communicates. He's resourceful, he's intelligent, he's emotionally intelligent, and he is very inspired. So he communicates in a very, I don't want to say, I do want to say detached, but when I say that, what I mean is he's not being all emotional about what it is that he wants. He is emotional and passionate about it, but he's not letting his emotions guide his conversation. He's being very articulate. He's being very detached from it, but still passionate about it. So they're saying this is how you need to show up about these decisions, these choices, and this movement, whatever's going on within this relationship, because it's something that you're wanting to bring into the relationship. And again, it could be a child. It could very well be that, but it could be that you're wanting to move, buy a new house. You're wanting to send the kids to private school. Whatever it is, it's within your relationship as a couple. It's something to do with in this real world. It's a real world thing that you're trying to come together on as a couple. So you, Aries, they're asking you to stand up and be Aries in this and communicate in a way that is. Love yourself enough to stand up and speak your truth about this situation, whatever it is. Okay, that's pretty amazing. I mean, you know, we're looking at it from a higher perspective. That means detach yourself and look at it from all the different 360-degree angle, right? And then state your case, whatever it is. Okay, so God, guides, angels, archangels, Holy Spirit. What is the PS that goes with this message, please? Can you show us the PS that goes with this message for Aries, our Aries couples? We thank you for clear and concise messages. We thank you for love, light, and prosperity. And we thank you for clarification, confirmation, and validation. Show us the PS, please, that goes with this message. See, this is something very emotional for you, Aries, but they're saying that you need to, because look at the water there and look at the water here, down here. It is something that is emotional for you. You're very passionate about it. But when you have this conversation, when you're talking to your partner, you can't be talking from that emotional point of view. You need to be talking from an intellectual, balanced, passionate is fine, but intellectual and balanced point of view. Articulate yourself like the emperor that you are. Okay. Look, there's the Two of Pentacles. It's the same card. They're just confirming. There's some movement going on here, and you're trying to find the balance for y'all. So, and you can find it, okay? The waters are a little rough. There's a little bit going on, but you got this. It's your time to rise and shine. Look, don't be intimidated. This is about loving yourself, and that's great, but the energy is so young compared to these other two energies. That tells me you're feeling a little bit intimidated, like you don't have the right to want what you want. And I feel like Spirit's saying, yes, you do. Judge yourself worthy. This is a rebirth. This is a time for you to birth yourself into this emperor that you are. Wow. Look. Judge yourself worthy of having a voice in this relationship. And this is the moon. Okay, so a lot of people say the moon card. Some people see it negative. I don't. Because it is true that sometimes in the dark we can't see what's on the other side. So, but Cheryl, if I stand up for myself, what if it comes out in a negative way or whatever? This is about trusting. You got to be true to yourself. You really do. Don't let anybody make you feel like you don't have a right to be true to yourself. You have to be true to yourself. Judge yourself worthy of that. And if you don't know what's on the other side of you standing up for yourself and voicing your opinion about what you would like or whatever, trust that the universe is there to light your path each step of the way. Yes, sometimes it's scary to speak up, because what if they're so, especially if you've been married a long time or in a relationship a long time and you've gotten so used to giving them their way, right? Back up. This is what they're telling me. Back up from a whole different perspective. Detach emotionally, look at the picture, then go back in and in a very intellectual and passionate and authoritative way, state your case. And know that before you go back in, think, what's the worst case scenario? And then deal with that in your mind. Deal with it in your mind. That way, whenever you go back, you're not feeling that intimidation of this younger person. So, and I pulled one more. It's the Hierophant. This is a committed relationship. This is about traditions and commitments. This is a committed relationship. I don't feel like this issue, whatever it is, these movements, choices, and decisions, I don't feel like it is going to end up in a broken commitment. I don't feel like that's what's going to happen. I feel like it's whatever's going to happen, it's going to bring you guys stronger together, and it's going to give you the feeling of your value also, because you do have value within the relationship. Okay, Aries, that is your reading. Thank you guys for stopping by again. Subscribers, I love y'all to death. The likes, the shares, the comments, absolutely amazing. Passerbys, I love y'all to death too. And when you comment too, I think it's awesome. I love it. So until next time, everybody go out and have a super duper day. Bye.